Dreadful pass, and South Africa leaving very dangerously very early in the game. A ball goes over the line. That's a throw. Trying to play Keegan Dolly. Finding the captain of the Uganda Cranes, Roger Storage. Holds onto that ball, but he's dispossessed. The ball is tipped back. And Abdul Karim Watambala, the quiet enforcer, with a wry look there. Oh, his explosive, creative force that he normally does have. This is Ludlu. The ball is cleared away by Watambala. Jonah Patrick Kakande in a throng of yellow shirts, but can he fashion out anything? Alan Okello teases it here for Watambala, plays it back for Enoch Sebagala. The dynamo is on. The crowd is getting behind the Cranes now. Twisting one way, Regan Mpande seeks the cross. Ball is batted here for the first instance. Watambala out to the left, Mpande. And looks for a whipped-in cross. This time that's averted. Picked up now by Keegan Dolly. Setting it in motion. Macheho wants to go forward. This is Kutumel. Back three here for South Africans. Macheho has the ball, teases it for Keegan Dolly. Dolly twists one way, then the other. That's a tag. Not very sporty. Sebagala from a quickly released ball from Mutakuwa. Frees up Regan Mpande. Goes searching. Shows too much of that ball to Mungonyama. Will only be too happy to take it away from him. Good pass here looking for Terence Macheho. Just keeps that on the line. Macheho having a flipper. Tries to play a pass in, but that's easily hacked. Needs must. They must find a way to crack. Dolly patient enough. Sets the ball up onto the flank for Wade Euster. Gets onto the ball, tries to advance. Corner whipped in by Emma and cleared away by Semugabi Jude. Has been very good at averting all those aerial threats in the set-piece situations. Shot from distance, not on target. Well, encouraging signs here for South Africa. Keegan Dolly fancying his chances here. Strikes from wayward position there. Looks like he might have taken a slight deflection as he seemed to have lost his... Here's his lines. That ball is left to roll through the midfield by Sebagala. Picked up here by Bafana Bafana. Macheho seeking support and finds it here in Mapelele. Trying to play in Ludlu, who manages to retain possession here. Ball stuck to his feet like a magnet. And now to Neo Maema. Tries to find that left foot, but quickly closed down. And now long searching ball here from Mungonyama. That will go straight more. And here comes Kakande, the trickster. Let's it on for Jude Semugabi to Alan Okello into the box area. Okello twists one way, then the other. Takes the shot. Second bite of the cherry. Shot comes in. And a touch by Sam Okello to deny Abdul Karim Watambala. South Africa, I'll say it again, living dangerously, surviving by the skin of their teeth for the Uganda Cranes. If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, then we'd all have a grand treat and that would be a goal. But they'll be made to work for more. Samukelo Ulu for halftime. None of their games actually for the Uganda Cranes has been goalless at halftime. Header coming in from Uganda Cranes have an affinity for goals in the first half. Their last 5 CHAN games have all had first half goals. The last time they went 0-0 at halftime was way back in 2022 when they played against Congo. But that one, the Cranes are once again on the prowl. Jonah Patrick Kakande, step overs. Nice to create some space, tries to thread that pass, but that was well read. And Regan Mpande, 8.3 for the Cranes. South Africa with 1 shot, Uganda with 3. Uganda managing to already have short pass. And it's what is utilized here. Dolly, back to Euster. Neo Maema, goalkeeper makes a decision to come out. All Mutakuwa had gone walkers about, was never going to get to that ball in time. He really needed to have some semblance of Jude Semugabi. They could fashion out an opportunity here. Mpande with an orthodox attack. What you expect. Spreads a long, searching ball out onto the right. Unable to get to Wade Euster. Cranes retrieve possession. Trying to slip it through the... Long, searching ball. Gavin Chizito. able to keep Terence Macheho at bay, just keeps that in play. Sebagala forcing it to Torach, who hastily clears. Nodded back here by Okello. Long hard pass here to Kegan Dolly. Just retains possession. Mayema. Johannes. Gludlu. Poor touch. Loses the ball. So does his opponent, who does in same sequence back to Gludlu. Yabatethwa. Johannes. Need to utilize Terence Macheho's flank as an outlet. He love to play touch to touch. Intercepted here by Torach. Tambala has to spree 60 turn, leaves Habatachai trailing in his wake. Off the ball incident, had already passed the ball. Mayema tries to go head hunting there for Ngonyama. Have another chance to go at it. Diving header to switch the trajectory of the ball. Launches a long, searching ball, looking for Terence Macheho, brings that under control. Now, is he impeded fairly? Kegan Dolly, we have another look. Was onside, brilliantly picked out pass there from Neo Mayema. Was the challenge just enough? At least according to the center referee. Takuwa picks that ball. Alan Okello to be worried. Now sprints forward, glides past one. Achai has options. Sides foots it here for Regan Pande. Pande tries to get himself out of a slick spot. Kakande joining in. Terence Macheho, who's making a very brilliant run, but opts to try to go through the Okello to Jude Semugabi. Lanky legs could get him into the box area. Cuts back. The attack. That's a brilliant through pass to find Kutumela. Tabiso doesn't need way too many chances. Often sleek performer. And that ball, very fine customer here. It's cool. Alan Okello and the physical attributes of Jude. Once again, Alan Okello. Ludlu getting it onto Terence Macheho. Fashions out a sleek pass. And now this could be the shot. Wrong-footed. Kutumela. Well, the Cranes' defense there had been picked apart. Tambala claiming there was a handball earlier. Let's have another look at it. Tambala was protesting the handball. Played shot by Kegan Dolly. Looking to fashion that back in. That will only find the head of the defense. Now released out to the flank. The counter-attack is on. Regan Pande sprinting into space. He has support. Kakande wants the ball. Jonah Patrick Kakande to tip it up. And Jude Semugabi puts the ball into the back of the net. A sweeping team move for the Cranes. And they lay down the gauntlet in the battle at the net. Pande, as always, the willing runner. And we talked about the Willie shapeshifter in Patrick Kakande. Just slipped into that space. And first-time touch, laying it to the path of Jude Semugabi. Nutmegging the goalkeeper. Slam, bang. Uganda Cranes 1. South Africa, Bafana 0. Used to be their weak spot. As the Cranes once again are romping forward. Looking to catch them, still reeling. Cross. Slippery surface, having plenty of players unable to just stay on their feet. That's a good pass from Gludlu. Mighty proportions. Ooh, they must keep that at bay. They must to find a way back in here. They're popularly known as the comeback kings. Ball bubbles away. It's anybody's ball for that game. It's been their stock in trade to always find a way to come back. Pass to the flank, looking to square the pass in, and that's a hefty clearance. Hefty. Launches a long ball looking for Jude Semugabi. There's a coming together between the goalkeeper and his defender. The Cranes still have the ball, but Jonah Kakande could be forgiven by many for thinking that was a fair play as he just handed the ball straight back to the goalkeeper. Johannes Keegan is on the ground and looks to be really groggy here. Had a coming together with his goalkeeper. Oof. That was an elbow to the back of the head. Then the entire weight there landing on top of his head. It looks a bit groggy. Hope he'll be good enough to continue here. Johannes Keegan. Ludlu. Johannes. Pelele. 5 minutes on the clock. Maema. Crosses in. Mukundane. Against Guinea. Okello crosses in. Guinea. They had one shot on target at the tail end of the first half and it was a goal. They had one shot on target in the second half and it turned out to be a goal. 2 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. Kakande. The attack slips it forward for Jude Sebachai. Just flicks it in here for Pande. Pande tries the first time cross and shits. Brushed off header. Mwanyama launches a long searching ball. Abatachai's head is quite reliable. That was a poor pass from Regan. Loses the ball there. Mwanyama high up, pressing, gets the reward. Cranes forced back into a compact shape. Macheho. This could be the opportunity. Kutumela. Nice back heel there from Ludlu. Now Wade Euster is on the ball. Euster looks to launch. That's benefit of doubt from the referee, and that's a through pass for Jude Samugabi. Goalkeeper Samukelo coming out to clear his lines. Looks like worry. Committing numbers forward means they leave themselves pretty much exposed at the back. Another look coming together was very fine margins. Matambala retrieves. Will he free Samugabi? Opts to free Alan Okello instead on the right. Okello has support. Regan Mpande is available. Kakande gets a touch, but is hesitant to get it to his midfield maced front. Terence Macheho is capable of some big moments given the opportunity. Ngonyama now committing playing that. Need to be very worried not to be possessed. South Africa still in possession. Wade Euster finds himself trapped here under the... Going for the far post. Mutakuba brushes and a ball is tipped in. Well, will it count? The offside flag comes up and that will not count. Oh, the Uganda Cranes have just been handed a get out of jail free card here. Fine margins, inches to be precise. Protests will ensue. This is one of those now be called into play. We have the benefit of a replay as Joe Mutakuwa stayed redemption point. Another look at a very exquisitely crafted chance. It came through, and yes, that will count definitely as an offside. Joe Mutakuwa was on the ground, and there were a couple of players here as Mapelele, well, stabbed that home. Another look to the side confirmed what was already known. And off. Just another look at that sequence. Joe Mutakuwa caught flapping. Ball stabbed in by Pelele. It'll be interesting to see time to issue a few instructions. And the decision is made by the video assistant referee. South Africa have managed to land, and it's back to square one. Quick look at that. The goalkeeper, by the time the ball was finished, well, it well tumbled in. And Mapelele manages to redeem the South Africans. Bafana are right back in it. Their hands. And a stunned, curious silence back into the game. Now, can they take the full advantage? Gludlu makes the run, teases it up, looking for the cutback. Gludlu, that ball is blocked. Alan Okello, captain, if I'm not mistaken, Roger Storach, had that ball straight to his midriff. Must have another look here at that sequence, and well, we do get a proper look at the lines drawn in there. Rightly so by VAR, the lines had to be drawn in, so that goal gets to stand 1-1. That's the presence of mind, that's the sense of skill, that's a predatory instinct. Kutumela, one touch, one shot into the back of the net. And the Bafana have turned the tables around here at the Nelson Mandela Stadium. Well, now it's going to be a real test in terms of character here for the Craig. Nice nutmeg. That is Jordan Patrick Akande goes to the ground. The Cranes have been left sprawling as Jude Semugari gets a header. That's left to just roll out here. Goal kick. The look at that instance, the header was good. Did Samu Kello get attached to that? Well, looks like he didn't.